I've been waiting to present a Dreamees show for ages, so I finally get to do it in a one-day special, and it is a phenomenal one-day special. We are so proud and happy to have Dreamees as part of the Hochanda family, and I am joined by the Dreamees team. We've got the wonderful Carol to my left. Hello, Carol.
Hi.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
And we've got your daughter Hayley as well.
Hello.
You both, can I just say, what you see on screen is exactly how you're both lovely.
Oh, thank you.
We're trying.
Yeah. No, it's nice.
It's the first time we've met him.
Oh, see what I say at the end of the hour. No, you are both lovely. What's the dynamic? Because my dad's got his own business, and I've helped him ever since I was like 15, 16. I've always helped him. Yeah. And I love working with my dad, so it must be nice working together.
Oh, it's amazing. It really is. Yeah, it's definitely a dream come true.
Yeah. And you're both so good. Oh. Be honest, now I know we had a lot of new viewers who came to Hochanda from your previous incarnations, so welcome if you've previously come to another show. I was aware of you both, we've seen you, and you're very talented, and you bring us such beautiful designs.
Oh, thank you. The thing is, we're crafters at heart, you see, and I think, you know, we hopefully know what some of the ladies and gents out there that they would like.
Do you know that genuinely comes across? You kind of think, and I think a lot of people really connect with your story because you're crafters through and through, and then you set up Dreamees, and look what you've achieved. And you've got to be proud of what you've achieved.
Very proud. Yeah, very proud.
Nice.
We didn't know it was going to go into this.
It is incredible. I still can't believe people spend money that they spend time hard earning on our products, which is amazing.
It's a compliment to you guys. And we're going to have a look at the one-day special because beautiful. Now, this is Nature's Garden. The inspirations are fantastic. Did you guys make all of these?
Yes.
Very,
so all
very,
the samples are ours,
what I love is having the dual aspects. So you've got the stamps, you've got the dies. We are really delving into Nature's Garden here. And it's something a lot of us have probably done today. Have you sat out in the garden, got to see all the beautiful flowers around you? So here, you've picked some showstoppers of flowers as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, fuchsias, I don't think you can ever go wrong, and especially with that sort of skeleton effect with this one. Like, it looks so pretty when you just cut it into your cardstock and maybe leave an oval around, and you can paper piece those pieces back in. Like, there's so much scope with these.
Nice.
But equally, if you've just got into crafting, maybe you've got a small die cutting machine, because they all fit through an A5.
Perfect. So you've thought about things with this,
Wait, you say that. It's purely a fluke. So yeah, you can do your stamping. If you're just getting into stamping, maybe you're not into die cutting yet, but you've got that scope for it to grow with you.
Yeah, that's a really big point. You've made up some boards. I tell you what, should we go through the boards? Because we're seeing exactly what you're getting here. Now, you've even got the waist on the other side. I love it. So look. First thing that struck me, having the stamps, and as Hayley was saying, just from the stamp perspective, thinking about your alcohol markers, your watercolours, your different mediums, your pencils, you're going to create something very, very pretty. And it's a beautiful flower. Where I think you guys have been very good, you've given us the space to really, because you haven't done it all for us. Which
but equally, if you die cut that from a patterned paper, sorry, stumbling my words there, and paper piece them back in, then you don't have to do colouring. You know, if you're not into massively colouring, all I did there is I left the detail die over the pieces and then just inked through it then, so you've got a little bit of a white edge around there as well.
Beautiful, or even just having that is stunning.
I mean, imagine just a black and white sympathy card. I know we don't like making them, but it's still saying I'm thinking of you, and it's pretty.
And even the other side, look at the waist. I'll be playing around with the waist as well. So that's just one of the flowers that you're getting with the ODS. Okay, so that is the peony. And then we're going to move on to...
Yeah, so this one's the fuchsia.
I love fuchsias. Beautiful flower.
They really are, so trailing, and they look... Oh, you might want to turn it.
Thank you.
All the way.
There we go. Sorry, this is upside down.
To be fair, though, it could go either way. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be. If you turned it upside down and maybe chopped the stamens off, you could make it into like a little tulip sort of bud, couldn't you?
Well, you could. Yeah, that's a good point.
Or a buttercup, maybe.
You're very generous. You're trying to hide my blushes, but I was holding it the wrong way around. But you know, you describe it, and actually, that's a beautiful description when you say it's trailing, and you can see from the design you've got, and also, you know, layering these together, trestling these around an inspirational home decor.
That's it. We've got one project that I've built in like all these skeleton petals as well as these stamped images, so it looks really nice when you mix and match as well.
Hayley, I love your enthusiasm. Honestly, it's a pleasure to work with. OK, let's say here, this is the hydrangea?
Yes.
So having a look at the hydrangea. just such a pretty flower.
It really is. That one, again, it was a bit of a long-winded process of putting all the tiny little bits back in, but it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think it looks really nice as well if you just pop a pearl in the centre of those flowers. Again, you can do them in any colour. So even if you don't want them in a traditional hydrangea colour, you could pop them in, I don't know, black if you want, any colour.
It's up to you. You've got that artistic licence. Then we go on to, now this is a very pretty flower.
Yeah, so this is the gladioli. So these are like usually really tall stems. They're so pretty and so bright, so you can do a lot of different colours with these. Sorry, we've lost one of the little pieces.
That's okay, happens in transit, don't worry about that.
But obviously you can see you've got that nice little 2mm edge roughly around the edge of the stamp design as well, so you do get that nice edge. But
nice.
so much detail in there as well, so you're going to have fun colouring these.
Yeah. That's the first thing I was thinking. The fun of colouring them. I love having the die with this as well. This is nice too. Putting them all together, I think you could make a really nice bouquet.
You could. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Especially, Mum made a jug earlier on with all the flowers coming out of it.
That's
but
nice,
especially because you can't take them into hospitals at the moment. Well, ever.
Oh, I know. When did they change that?
I know.
Hey ho.
But I mean, you think you're taking a nice gesture and they go, nope.
No, you can't. We'll put it in a bin.
Not in here.
So what flower is this?
So this one's lavender stems.
Yeah.
But when I was die cutting it at work, Jimmy said to me, oh, that could be bulrushes. So don't think of it as just lavender. You can obviously add all those little details in there as well and get that real depth to them.
Beautiful. Okay, so that is your one-day special. Now, $59.95 is the price. You're saving £15, but if you're a Freedom member, there is a further saving. Suddenly, the saving goes up to £20.99. So if you're not a Freedom member, you've covered your Freedom membership. You've got... That is ridiculous. $26.98, your first flexi payment, and you're getting everything that you're seeing here. My goodness, that's good.
And you've got a full angel policy as well, so if you want to make and sell. And I was watching the Silhouette show with Hayley earlier, and she said about cutting out your dies, obviously, your stamps. Not really relevant to this collection, but you can do that with all of our products as well.
You've got that versatility. I've got to point out the $26.98, that's your first flexi payment, and then in 4 weeks' time you pay $26.98. But seriously, today, $26.98, and you get all of these beautiful flowers, so all 5 sets of the flowers. It's the size of the stamps, the dies that you're getting here, the quality, and I have to say the inspirations that both Carol and Hayley have made are stunning. This is a nice one. This is really elegant.
Yeah, this one I love doing just white on white because I just don't think you can always get that effect with the stamps, you know, because you've got to have a line on it unless you do it in clear embossing or white embossing. So just to have absolutely no lines on any of it, I think is just stunning.
That's very pretty. Oh, wow. Now that's really nicely done. So decoupaged up, layered up.
So obviously you don't get all the pieces to do your decoupage, but if you're fussy cutting and snipping into it, if you're just using it as is, you're going to get a lot for your money. But then if you're bringing in other products and different cardstocks and things like that, you're going to just delve so much further in.
So I'm going to just show you 2 more inspirations, same design, then we've got to move on, because we can go from here to here. This is just one of the flowers to here. So you get an idea of that versatility. It's a fantastic set. Please look at Freedom membership, because as a Freedom member, the saving will cover your Freedom membership. So it's worth getting that Freedom membership. See it as a bonus. Have it for a month. Then opt out at the end of the month if you want to. Freedom membership, the first flexi payment is $26.98, 273137, your item number. We are approaching 40% of the stock. 40% of the stock, considering this is only the second live hour and we're only 8 minutes into the show. This is a busy one-day special, and I have to say, since Dreamee have come to us, we have not had a slow hour with you guys. So you've got your fan base out there, which is phenomenal. All right, we're going to move on because we've got some MDF labels, and I like these. These are nice, Carol. So, Carol, tell us a little bit about these.
Right, so MDF, we look at it, if you're going into MDF for the first time, shall we say, think of it as a card base. You know, because there's a lot of people out there that think, oh, no, I don't do...
It's your blank canvas.
That's it, yes. And you do whatever you want with it. You can paint it. I tend to cover mine in papers or card and then work from there. But you can paint it with your gesso, you can do your backgrounds on it and everything like that. And these are brand new, obviously label shape, so you've got your portrait and your landscape. And they all come with the bases.
Looking at the size, Carol, and also how many we're getting for $9.99, so it makes 8 of these.
Yeah.
That's a very good price.
It's a very good price. And I think, do you get the little, yeah, you get a little, I don't know if it's on there.
On there.
Stand?
Middle.
No. Oh, right, yeah, just in the middle there.
Sorry,
at the front.
Get that,
No. Oh, is that it? No. Just behind.
This one?
No. Down,
like
down
stood
one.
up, down.
This one?
That's it.
Oh, there we go. Well, that wasn't awkward. I apologise. I didn't know. I didn't know what we were referring to, Carol.
To go
She's good at that, you know. There.
I felt like, you know, one of those machines where you go to the fair and you pick it up. So what have we got here?
So they're the little mini ones. So like if you wanted to just put a little sentiment and things on there and add it as a embellishment on your boards, or also what we've been doing, you know, like you do the easel cards and you make a stopper, use that as your stopper so it's not going to...
That's clever.
Do you know, so although they are little, they are very useful.
They're little but mighty.
That's
and we actually
right.
have some little stamps. Oh, I'm going to give you the heads up. You can get ahead on the website, but we've got some little stamps on the show. Last time Dreamees were here, they sold out. We didn't even look at them the last hour, so stick with us, but they would work very well on that. $9.99 is your price. You're getting all 8 of these fantastic MDF plaques, but you also, artboards I should say, you're also getting that mini one in there as well with all the little mini ones. 714-753 your item number. Now, palette art. Same principle, I would imagine, that you've got your blank canvas. I say, Hayley, the size of these, you can really have some fun with them.
Oh yeah, they're about A4 in size. So when you think about it, and you're getting 8 projects for that price, plus you've got all your bars that connect it. So the idea is that you've got the 4 palette strips there, and you can just swap them together. You've not got to think about it too much.
That is beautiful.
That's what I meant, the project.
Yes, I was going to say, this is it.
Yeah,
now,
that's the project.
that with the fuchsia is stunning. But do you know what I like about this? And it's actually something you were touching on, Carol. Don't be intimidated by MDF if you never worked on it. A design that you might have done on a card, you can do onto your MDF. And the beauty of the MDF, it's something you can display in your home all year round. So just think about all those designs, the pattern papers. It's exactly the same principle as working off a card. You just put it on the MDF, and anything will go onto MDF as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you really were conscious of it, draw around the shape and then give yourself a card blank shape sort of thing. Work on that, stick it on after. And if you think, oh, that's not good enough for MDF, don't put it on.
Dreamees,
and then you've got the options, haven't you?
I like it. Good tips from Hayley and Carol. OK, $14.99 is your price if you want to get hold of these. 403-589 your item number. You are getting, how many are you getting in total here? 8?
Yeah.
For $14.99?
Yeah.
Your prices are very good. Seriously, guys, the prices are good. So there we go, $14.99 there, 403-589 your item number. All right, so we have to get a little bit serious here, because we had such a busy launch of the one-day special, we didn't even show you these earlier on, but last time we featured these stamps, they sold out, immensely busy. I absolutely love them. And Carol, the size.
Oh, I know. They are so useful. You get your 2 little dies in there as well, so you can cut your circle out just as a circle if you want to. And then I call the other one like a lollipop, where that was, Hayley designed that basically, you know, when you have flower arrangements and they put a little card in, that's what the design behind that one was. But obviously all of those stamps fit into both of those. Also, you've got the stamps that's already out there that, you know, like You're Lovely or, you know, Smile or anything. But you've got all
Hugs
the wording to put into the others as well.
These are lovely, and it's nice that you've got the space. You really have thought through these. I can see why they were so popular. The fact that you've got the die with them as well is phenomenal. So that in itself, very, very usable. And I'd be thinking ATC coins, they'd be fantastic, central ATC coins. Your toppers, your cards, your MDF. I mean, the uses, there's so many, wide and varied. So you can get a lot out of these. $14.99. You're getting the die, there we go, getting the die and all the stamps for $14.99. And the words there as well. If you just have all the words, as Carol was saying, so we can pick the words and put them in you. So I love, what would you put inside? You've got words to choose from. Or boyfriend, you've got your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your partner, your dad, your friend, your mum. There's so much. You can really personalise those.
That's right, exactly. Or if there's something there that you haven't got, you know, like if you wanted to put a name in, just write a name in.
Yeah.
you know, with a fine liner or something, you could easily do that.
That's it. Have some fun. Okay, $14.99 your price there. We are getting very busy for our stamps. Say, last time we featured them, they sold out, and I know we did have viewers who were calling the call centre and emailing saying, when can you bring them back? Well, today is the day. 595-520 your item number. Something else, and we've just got a couple more things to show you before we get to demonstration. Something else was incredibly busy is, we're going to the dots. Sorry, I was going to go to the stencils. Let's go to this stamp set, and then we'll go to stencil. Now, this is new today.
It is, yes. So you've got your alphabet dot stamps there. So obviously you've got your uppercase and your lowercase. They do stamp amazingly.
That's cool.
Yeah. And obviously you've got your numbers as well.
Well, I'm getting, with the alphabet dots, I'm getting a bit of an old typewriter vibe with it.
That's right, yes. Yeah, that sort of design, aren't they? And obviously the letter shows through white or whatever card you do it onto.
This is the ability to truly personalise.
Yeah.
And a story I've often said, Hayley, you'll answer, well, no, actually, Carol and Hayley, you won't get this, because when I was younger, I'd go on school trips, and you know at the end of you go to the gift shop, and you go and look at all the names, and I'm sure you'd find a Carol, sure you'd find a Hayley, you try and find a Yanis. And every time, I wasn't a very bright kid, because I'd always still go to the Y's in hope that there'll be a Yanis there. Never. But here, you can see that you can make your own, so we can really personalise there. I love the actual style of the font as well, and it's got that vibe to it, the being in the round, and also having the typewriter feel to it. $9.99 your price, a full alphabet at your disposal is phenomenal. Your item number 905622. Last thing to share. Now, Hayley, you need to talk to me about these because this is how they come.
Yeah, it's cute, isn't it?
Already, I love this. These stencils, and it's another bestseller of you guys. So this is how your stencils will arrive. What a lovely way to present the stencils. And I will show you all the stencils in a moment. But isn't that cool? Love that. So there's your little book of textures. And let me show you the textures. These are phenomenal. So you're getting 10 in total. There's 5 of them. Do you know, I really like the size.
Yeah. They're so handy.
Yeah.
Like, you can actually just pin them down on any size project and just keep going in and in and in.
Of course you can. And obviously, nice size too, and we can make them bigger as well if you're working on equally, because they're not a huge size in the sense you're not going to feel daunted to use them, say, on an ATC, but equally you can go up and work on your big 8x8 cards if you want as well, your scrapbooking 12x12. We've got clouds, and then we've got here the other side. That one would be cool. It's like shards of glass.
Yeah.
Yes. I love all of those. I would use all of those. That one would be great.
Oh, I keep going to that one.
Yeah.
Just even for drawing through and just adding a little bit of doodle.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm thinking with these? I've got 2 words for you. Carol, what am I thinking?
Oh,
We've never worked with each other, so this is very, very hard.
It's very hard.
Stencil. What works really well with a stencil?
Inks.
Jelly plate.
Jelly plate.
Imagine
now you
that
see,
on a
we've never done anything like jelly
Never
plates.
tried one.
Never tried one.
Okay.
Are you a whiz?
You guys, no. But I'm definitely not a whiz.
Are you doing a demo?
No, definitely not. Promise me something, and I'm going to open your eyes to a whole new world. I know because I've done so many shows with incredible crafters. Please try it. Just try it with the stencils, and these stencils especially, I'd love to see it. I promise you it's going to open up a whole new world.
I know Lou Sims, who obviously does the shows, she uses jelly plates, so yeah.
I don't even really know what they are.
I don't know what they are.
So the way they work, we'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
But, so I feel we have to get on. We need to get on. But please promise me this.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we will.
Do have a go, because it's going to open up a whole new world. Now, I've got to tell you, the stencils, we are approaching 20% of the stock.
Oh, wow.
We've only just seen them. Last time they were here, they did sell out. So if you want to get hold of them, $9.99 for 10 awesome stencils by Dreamees. Oh, should I just show? I know we've got to go to... These are actually the stencils. This is the stenciled out. So we'll just have a little look, and then we're going to get to our first demo. There you go. So you can see they're just phenomenal stencils. Whether they're backgrounds, you can have clouds in there as well, your features. Oh, look at that. They're awesome. Yeah, like these a lot. So there we go, $9.99 your price if you want to get hold of those. So, Hayley, is it you first up? Or Carol? It's Carol.
It's usually, well, it was planned to be Mum, but
was.
Yeah.
Okay,
we don't
sorry,
mind.
no, we were just checking.
We can swap if you want.
No, Carol, we just wanted to check. We're going to head to Carol for our first demonstration. So, Carol, what are we going to do?
Thank you. Right, so we're going to create this one then now. We are using the new papers, which are exclusive. I think this one is, isn't it? The peach.
Have we got a Hochanda exclusive?
Yeah, there's two paper pads that's exclusive.
Hey,
Can't get them anywhere else at the minute.
Carol, we love a Hochi exclusive.
I know,
There
I
you
know.
go.
First one we've done for you, so, you know, grab it. Yeah, so these, I think the papers are 3 for 2.
Nice.
Obviously, there's some older ones on there as well.
Well, we got the details for, and as Carol quite rightly said, there is a pick and mix, and you can choose any 3, but there's a great saving. Look at the saving there, £10, and you have got some Hochanda exclusives. Can I just clarify, which of the papers are the exclusives?
The Sweet Peach and...
Delicate Daisies.
Delicate Daisies.
So those are the exclusives there, 110555.
Right, so we're just going to get the base all sorted on this, and then we can start to decorate. So I'm using a little bit of craft card on here.
Okay.
Just so we can get all that laid down.
Nice.
I've got my bits here.
Do you both tend to craft together?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
that's
mostly
nice.
craft at work.
Yeah.
Hayley's one side, I'm the other, yeah.
I kind of get the impression that you're best friends.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely,
nice.
yeah.
We've got to be.
Hayley's an
All
only
the time
one.
we spend together.
Hayley's an only one as well, so yeah.
I'm an only child.
Are you?
Yeah.
And Hayley's boyfriend obviously does all the MDF.
Is that, you mentioned, is it Jimmy?
Yeah.
Jimmy, yeah.
Jimmy.
So yes, Jimmy came into the business, so yeah.
That's good. Get him working hard, part of the family business. He's a
Yeah.
keeper.
Oh yeah. Right, so I'm just going to add some ribbon just across here as well.
And the papers are very effective, so already that's looking good. And it's a good foundation then for obviously the stamps, the dies and everything else we have on the show.
That's it. And, you know, the beauty of the papers is they all correspond, which I'm a bit of a one like that, when I first started paper crafting, it was CDs that I used because I wanted everything to match, you know.
Yeah.
But obviously now I've expanded a little bit.
Nice.
Right, so I'm just going to get these on here as well.
Okay. As we're doing this, if you do have any questions for Carol or Hayley, we would love to hear from you, studio@hochanda.com.
Oh,
You
yeah.
both have such a big fan base, and we've got to talk about social media.
Oh,
'Cause I'm
yeah.
sure you've got a social media presence. So if anyone wants to show pictures of their makes to you, how do we do it?
We've got a group on Facebook that is called Dreamy Catchers.
That's such a great name.
Yeah.
Dreamy
Catchers.
Yeah.
And I tend to do lives in there most evenings, obviously, not tonight and tomorrow.
Fair enough, you hear?
But most evenings I do lives in there, so, you know, and answer any questions and things like that. So we are very customer-based as well. We, you know,
community,
like,
it's community.
because we just think, I think personally, that if you can go to the people that's doing it, where you're going to get
Give them the
you're going to get the
inspiration.
right answer, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And Instagram, you on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's Dreamees Craft, I think.
Okay, I will give you guys a follow.
Oh,
You're going to
thank
give me a
you.
follow back? No? Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I'll
of
still give you a
course.
follow.
Of course. Right, so I'm just going to get that onto there first.
Okay.
And then I will admit this was Lou inspired. So these frames are from the I don't know which one is it.
Card Creator.
One of the Card Creator
Okay.
dies.
Yeah.
So you've got all those shapes,
Yeah.
and Lou uses such a lot of frames.
She's
and I
good,
thought,
our Lou,
oh,
isn't
she's
she?
amazing. And I thought, I'm going to have a go at that.
Hey.
So we're going to bring the frames into here.
Oh, that's nice.
So you get all these shapes. They're not frames, but if you cut each of them inside each other, like this one,
Right.
obviously it would cut from
that
there. So we've got that going on as well.
It's a great bundle. We've actually got details for the bundle on your screens. That's your complete Card Creator die set from Dreamees. 3 flexi payments there as well. I mean, look at the saving. That is just ridiculous. A £62 saving. And you got the 3 flexi payments as well. The amount you can do with those 71 dies is phenomenal. $36.65 your price there. 940835 your item number.
Right,
You
so
have had an email in.
Oh, have we? Right, yeah.
Would we not, can I read that out now?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
of course you
interrupting?
can, yeah.
So we'll continue watching Carol as I read this, but
Yeah.
it's from Sue. Now, Sue's saying, hello to Carol and Hayley, so hello to you both.
Hello.
And she's saying the lovely Dreamees catches to the whole community there on Facebook. And she's
Lovely.
also saying great products, always brilliant demos, and thank you so much. Isn't that nice?
That is lovely. Thank you, Sue. Susan,
was
was it
Sue,
Susan?
Sue.
Thank you, Sue. It means so much to us that, you know, that people email in or get in touch with us because we hopefully think that we're doing something a bit right. And,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
are.
and we do value each customer that comes to us.
It shows, actually, it really does show.
Yeah.
And just seeing both yourself and Hayley, when you talk about your products and when you listen to that email, big smiles on your face, because this company, it's your baby, it means a lot to you.
We do, we love it.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to use the gladioli in this demo. So I'm just inking this up, and I know I did similar in the last one with the different, I think I used the hydrangea last time.
Lovely.
But then just going to cut that out. So this is just using it as the stamp and cutting out.
Okay.
So then I just use the outside layer
and
of
it leaves a nice, you've got a very small, was it 2mm border around?
That's right,
and it's nice. I think that gives it a nice, do you know, it looks like a bought ephemera. You know, when you buy a little ephemera, it looks like you bought it. Got to tell you, we've got queues on our phone lines, and I am so sorry. We've actually got big queues on our phone lines right now. I am so sorry. It's one of my pet hates. I hate getting stuck in a queue. If you want to jump the queue, you can always go to our website, hochanda.com. You can use the app as well. If you feel more comfortable speaking to somebody, our call centre are lovely, and I promise they're going to try and get through to you as soon as possible.
Right, so we're just popping this through here then, Yanis, and then I can just do a little bit of colouring on here because I'd done the previous ones because I wanted them the same orange.
Right.
And what I've done, I've mixed the dinky inkies.
Yeah.
So I've mixed the, I think it's peachy and Bordeaux.
Nice.
And then just added a little bit of the primrose in.
I love your storage for those as well.
Yes, you've got that on the website as well.
Oh, you guys have thought of everything.
Oh, yeah. You see, not being like, we try to think of everything, but we get the inks, and then Hayley will say to Jimmy, could you design some storage around that? Wow. So then that's where Jimmy comes in and he does his bit and designs the storage. Same with the ball tool holder. That comes with the storage as well. So
now, Hayley, you can be honest with us. How important was Jimmy's cutting ability with MDF in your decision to start dating?
He couldn't do it. He's only got into wood, like, for me.
Really?
He was at university, He was studying business.
That's proper love right there. So he was studying business, he was set on a career, high-flying career, and
he was going to have a coffee shop
to basically help you guys out.
He was going to have a coffee shop, and then he said, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm on shopping telly, you know, just that.
I'm famous crafter.
He watched me on the telly and he was texting me after because we met on a dating app.
Okay.
And he just thought it was the weirdest thing that he just watched me on the telly.
That was a good line. Did you have on your dating app as seen on TV?
No. I was like, are you sure you want to watch? You've not met me yet.
He sounds like a great guy.
He is. Yeah, I'm very lucky.
There really is a sense of, obviously, your mum and yourself really close. Jimmy in the mix as well. It's a nice family-run business.
That's it, and my husband's in it a little bit as well now.
Give your hubby a mention. What's his name?
Keith.
Keith?
Yeah,
sure
he's just
watching at home.
Sorry?
I'm sure he's watching at home.
Oh, yes, I'm sure he is. He's just come on board, so he's a bit more of the financial person, you know.
All bases are covered. So now we're just using a bit. Is that what are you using?
Right, so here I'm using the dinky inkies. So I've just mixed this, the Bordeaux and the peachy, and then just added a little bit of the primrose in.
Oh, they're beautiful colours. How would you... I've not worked with the dinky inkies before. How would you describe them?
Perfect.
Okay.
No, the dinky inkies are amazing because we started off with like the plain colours, if you like, and then Hayley wanted some sparkle in there.
So they're an ink?
They're an ink and an ink pad. So you get the ink pads and then the re-inker. We don't have a lot of ink put in the ink pads.
Yeah.
So, because we had a problem with them shipping and the ink coming out, so that's why we don't put a lot of ink in there. Yeah. But that is why you've got your re-inker to ink them up.
Well, it's genius.
You can stamp with those as well, like you would normally.
I've seen how you poured a little out and use them as a palette to actually paint with.
Yeah, and this is our messy mat as well, which you've got that on the website.
Oh, so that all to discover with Dreamees.
Yeah. It's like when they come up with something, I'm not saying I do because I'm not into the designing part, it just leads from one thing to another to another. Oh, and can we do? You know,
well, you're such a well-established company, and there, for anyone, I know a lot of Hochanda fans discover Dreamees and fall in love with them. Just want to show you, we have got a picture with regard to what we were just speaking about. So these are your Shades of Sparkle ink and re-inking collection. So if you want to get hold of these, my goodness. Is that right? You're saving £30.
Yeah.
Look how much, I mean, how much would you pay just for ink pads alone? You're getting the re-inkers as well. That is incredible. And all those colour shades. Where's my credit card? I'm getting those. That's £34.95. Are you kidding? 826028, your item number. That is a cracking price. That's really good.
And they have got a little bit of sparkling as well. Well, a fair bit of sparkle.
Nice.
Also, if I can just say this on live,
Yeah.
because a few people have said they do separate, which obviously they're going to do because the heaviest going to go to the bottom, isn't
Especially having start a sparkle in there as
yeah,
well. Yeah,
so the best thing is not to shake it to start with.
No,
just
give it the
roll it
roll.
in your hands till it warms up a little bit. And then you will see it start coming to mix. And then when it's nearly mixed all up, obviously my hands are not that warm.
It's okay.
But you can see it's starting to mix up, look, from what it was. Then just give it a little
gentle shake at the end.
Shake, yeah. And then, if you can see, I don't know whether markers can get in that close. You can see the actual sparkle in there, the mica.
Yeah, no, you can see that.
Can you see it? Just.
It's good technique.
Yeah.
We like to call it, Carol, that's your Aladdin technique. So you're rubbing the lamp, and then you just give it that final shake.
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
So these are the ones that I've just coloured in. So we're just going to pop these onto the card now. So I'm just going to get some of the sisal, which is the natural adornments, which is on the website. Okay. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that onto there.
I mean, as a foundation, that's already looking great.
Oh, thank you. That's what I tend to start with, my card base, and then we go from there. And then we're just going to shape these up a little bit. You can do it with your ball tool if you want.
That's the, is it Gladiola?
Gladiola, yeah.
So, what's your garden look like at home? Are you gardeners too? No. Do you like to explore flowers?
I like to see a nice garden.
Like Hayley's shaking her head like, well, look, it's nice because you can explore flowers in your own home with your craft.
Exactly, that's it. I tend to have a gardener. He's not started yet, but I do. Same say, I do like to see a nice garden, but, you know...
Well, you're too busy designing beautiful products for us. You're forgiven.
That's it, and crafting for me comes before me gardening. So, you know, pay somebody else to do it for me.
Now,
right, sorry.
That's okay. I was saying I've got some emails here. Would now be a good time to read a couple?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Should I jump to the... I know we've got a picture. Should I jump to the last one? Yeah, is that right? Oh, it's from Lou. Saying, evening all. Thought I'd pop over a photo of my little book of textures, which I've decorated using the stencils to doodle through.
I knew she'd decorate it. Look at that.
That's Lou. And that is what you'll get. If I just show you here in the studio, that's what you get with the stencils and Lou's decorator. Lou Sims is so good. She is a thorough crafter through and through. So if you give something she can personalise, she will. So those are your stencils.
Lou launched those for us the other night. They sold out before she got to it, yeah.
Bless her, poor Lou. So there we go. That's the little book of textures. We are approaching 30% of the stock of those. It's such a lovely way to store your stencils. So I'm very impressed by that.
Yeah.
Lou's also saying, great show, Hayley and Carol. Yanis, you were ace when printing on the jelly plate, even sporting a cool apron too. I did a show with Lou with the jelly plate, and I absolutely loved it. And if I can do it, trust me, you can do it. What I want you to do at some point, because you are friends with Lou, have a chat with her and get having a go on the jelly plate, because you will both love it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's your homework. Have a great evening. Love to Lou. Lou, thank you so much. We've got one from Jojo.
Lou.
Jojo saying, hi, Carol and
hi,
Hayley.
Jojo.
And all the catchers watching. Such a community there. Do have a look at the Dreamy Catchers on Facebook. Seems like a really nice community. Can't beat Dreamees for quality, price and inspiration from you both. More amazing products to play with. Lovely to see on the telly box. That's Jojo. And finally, Trudy saying these ladies are amazing and nothing is too much trouble. And I really get that sense from you both. Customer service is amazing.
Jojo is the lady that we've had for a long, long time, a customer. Trudy is fairly a new one, but she loves... Well, both of them love what we do, yeah.
So Trudy's going on to say, I wanted to shout out about the watercolour pencils. They are the best I've ever used, and you get so many colours. Really pleased they're on Hochanda. So are we, Trudy. Watercolour pencils, you say? This is something in the future we look forward to you bringing in there.
Yes, we've got to get some more stock in of those.
Okay. Busy?
Oh, very busy, very busy.
So how are we getting on? What are we doing?
Right, so I'm just going to pop these flowers together now. So these are the... range, Timber Boutique range, which is Dainty Florals, which are on the website. So I've just coloured those in just a little bit,
Okay.
just in the centre there. Just make sure that's down with the hot glue.
Details for the Daisy Florals on your screen.
So I've got a larger one, then I'm going to put 2 of the slightly smaller one, and then 1 smaller on top of that.
So you're
and
just giving them a little bit of a shape?
Yeah, just with my ball tools. Obviously, the ball tools are on the show.
Yeah.
All the different sizes are amazing because, you know, with different size petals,
You do need different size tools, yeah.
Yeah, which I'll show you when I go into the smaller one. Sorry, I bet I'm taking up time up, aren't I?
Okay. Sorry, Carol, I apologise I went quiet there. I was looking for the ball tools.
Oh,
I kind
sorry.
of left you hanging. No, no, don't you apologise. It was me. So we have got, just showing you all these ball tools. Again, Jimmy's been busy. It just seems to me everything you have, you kind of turn to Jimmy and say, make some MDF for it. How cool is that for your ball tools? And I saw this in front of Carol when we were going into the studio. I think $9.99 for all these ball tools. One thing I will say, there is a real reassuring weight to the actual tools, so they feel like they're quality ball tools in there. Metal all the way through as well, and you've got a nice sort of rubber handle. So it's ergonomic. I know it sounds very silly-telly, but it feels good in the hand. $9.99 your price, 684073.
And they're all different sizes as well.
Yeah, we're
Yannis.
approaching half the stock of those. So a lot of people seeing the value. I mean, for a set of, you're effectively getting 8 tools. I know you're getting, because they're double-ended, so you're getting 8 ends to work with, 4 tools. For $9.99 is a really good value.
Definitely, and we all need those if, I mean, we're heavily into flowers anyway.
We can see at Dreamees love their flowers.
Yeah.
Just not in the garden.
It's not in the garden, no. Right, so I'm just going to put these flowers up here now. I won't put the pearls in the centre because obviously we've sold out of those, haven't we? But
yeah, I heard.
I would normally put pearls or something
Lovely.
just in the centre there. We're just going to add that one there this time. And then I'm just going to grab a bit of the craft card and put a sentiment onto here. So this is from the Happiness Blooms collection. I've just got my ink pad. I'll go for the black just so it stands out a little bit more on the craft card.
Do you know what's lovely? Because you are such a well-established brand and you spent years and years homing your products, bringing new products to market, coming to Hochanda, a lot of our viewers, and I'm including myself in this, seeing you now, discovering new items that you have, from the inks to the ball tools to the MDF to the there's so much to dye, stamps, so much to discover. It's really quite exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting for us as well because obviously when we started it was CDs and stamps. Yeah. And it's just enabled us to go into more products. Which is amazing, really is amazing.
How have you both found coming to Hochanda? You don't, and please, I'm not looking for you just to praise Hochanda. Genuinely, I'm interested. How have you found coming here?
Yeah, we love it.
Yes,
yeah.
it's amazing. It
We're
really
looking
is.
after you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. Right, so what I've done here as well, I'll just show you on this little piece of paper here. Okay. I've just created some like little straws. So I've just started, obviously this is not going to be a very big one, but I just started there, just took that round, you can do it around a pencil or anything like that, and just twisted it round. Nice. And then obviously just glued it. Obviously that's not a very long one, but you can see where I was going with that. Idea, and then this is just going to embellish a little bit onto here. Beautiful. Just so we can...
It's a lovely, lovely card.
Add those onto there.
And when you think about the papers, the stamps, the dies, everything's just come together so wonderfully.
Yeah, we're so lucky that we can do a lot of different things, you know, whether it's papers, stamps, dies. So then I'm just going to create a little ribbon on here. I have used some of the moss on here as well, which is the natural adornments. Right. So just trim that off there and there. Just pop a little bit of the hot glue on the back of there and just to embellish that onto there. And then I've just tucked the sentiment underneath one of those frames. So there we go.
Look at that. Carol, that is such a stunning inspiration, but genuinely just watching you do that, I kind of feel that Any of us can follow that? It's
That's
achievable?
it, yes, yeah, and I think that's, you know, like on Dreamy Catchers, you start off, you know, like if you just show that card, oh, where do I start with that?
Of course, yeah.
And that's where all this social media comes in for us, because we can break it down and say...
And you do lives, so watch the lives as well.
Yeah,
brilliant. Carol, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Going to just very quickly recap the one-day special. I know we've got to get to Hayley because she's got a great inspiration to share. We're so proud to have Dreamees here at Hochanda, and I have to say, I've been looking forward to doing a show for a long time with Dreamees, and it's lived up to my expectations. So I was looking forward to working with Hayley and Carol. The one-day special here, and it is such a great one-day special for the price as well. Firstly, please look at becoming a Freedom member, because the saving, even though you have to pay to become a Freedom member, the saving will cover your Freedom membership. And in here, what you're getting is a real celebration of 5 beautiful flowers, and you're getting the die and stamps together. So you've got the coordinating dies, and that means we can work in so many different ways. So look at these fantastic flowers. You're getting 15 dies in total, 7 stamps for $29.98. Well, actually, no, you're not going to pay $29.98. Let's have a look at the Freedom Flexi. Because Freedom Flexi, and I hope a lot of you are taking advantage of Freedom, $26.98 today. I'm genuinely flabbergasted. $26.98 is your first flexi payment, and look at the sheer amount of goodies you are getting from Dreamees. We saw emails from customers of Dreamees saying the quality is absolutely fantastic, designs are great. You've got the inspiration there in Dreamy Catchers, so do follow the group on Facebook. I'm going to whiz through the boards. I'm going to be really quick here, but just wanted to show you everything that you are getting. So that's the lavender in there. So you're getting your lavender, which we're seeing, so the stamps, the dies. Then we've got the gladiola, which you're seeing there. Let me turn that the right way around. So that's your gladiola, stunning. There's your hydrangea, love. I mean, look at that. Do you know, just like that, I'd be whacking that onto a mixed media piece, I think, or a card, but then to colour it in as well. It's beautifully imagined. Over here, we have the fuchsia. Then we have our peony. Absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I missed one out. Have I gone through them all? I have. Sorry, for a second I thought I'd missed one out. $26.98 is your price. I will show a couple of inspirations because I know that Carol and Hayley have worked very, very hard, so we want to see it. Look at this. Now that is stunning. So there's your gladiola, right? Love this, just cutting into the card as well. Hayley, that's very clever.
I demoed this in the last hour, yeah. It's the first card I made with the collection, and it's my favourite.
Well, do you know, I really, really, really like that.
Oh,
but then we can go from that, same die and stamp set, totally different feel.
That's it. It's all in the colours you use and the person you're tailoring it for.
I'm going to go over to the lavender. Lavender is another, sorry, I'll pop that down. Lavender is another of those sort of flowers that we all love and kind of instantly associate with. I mean, come on, how beautiful is that? This is a really, really nice set. I will just show the fuchsia, and then I know we've got to get to our demonstration. Have a look at this. There you go. Beautiful, that's your fuchsia. Oh, got to give a little bit of an update. So just very quickly, one-day special, busy for the one-day special. Please become a Freedom member because you're saving a further 10%, which covers your Freedom membership. We are at 40% of the stock. You're saving £20.99 as a Freedom member. Your first flexi payment is £26 and some change. 273137 your item number. Something else that is flying are our little book of textures, the stencils. We are approaching 40% of the stock. They sold out last time Carol and Hayley came to visit us, so do not miss out. This is how they'll arrive. So you can't just love this for storage with the stencils. So you're never going to lose your stencils. I won't show them like this. I've got boards just to show you the stencils in here. So you are going to get 10 in total. There's 5 of them. Stunning. I love those bubbles. Brickwork going through. Yeah, nice. And that is the other side. The hexagons, come on, get your texture paste through there, crackle.
And your clouds, and the cloud edge, that's just priceless.
I didn't even notice the cloud edge.
That's my favourite. Well, I think it's my favourite.
Love that. $9.99 for 5 stencils. Very good value. 883-869. Enough from me. Let's head to Hayley now for our next demonstration. What have you got for us, Hayley?
Right, so we're going to make a 3D card. So this is one of the card creators. So we're going to make, it's the trifold pop-up, I believe.
Beautiful, yeah.
So if I just spin that around, you'll be able to see that we've got that nice little easel effect just in the middle there.
That hydrangea works so well.
It's going to fold flat, and it does all fold flat for posting as well. So if we just pop a magnet in the front, so then it will all fold down flat and obviously go in an envelope as and when you want to put it in one.
Perfect.
Right, so we'll start off then by stamping and creating the image.
Great. You've got 10 minutes, Hayley. Do you
That's
reckon we can do it in 10?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, if not, then you know what we're aiming for.
We've got Dreamy catchers. The group.
Yeah,
Can show it
exactly.
there.
Right, so we'll just stamp out this image then. Right, so just because we're getting short on time, I won't do the die cutting, obviously, because it is just an outline.
Yeah. It stamps beautifully.
It really does.
Look at that. You put no work on that, it just stamps.
Yeah, that's it. So I've also put Sea Breeze and it's Vintage Lavender here, so I'm just mixing the two together.
These are from your, sorry, you described them as what they're called, the
Dinky Inkies.
Dinky Inkies, yeah. With
so
the Dinky Inkies, we've got the details on the screen for your Dinky Inkies.
Yeah, so obviously you can mix the colours. I'm just going in really quickly, and obviously as you die cut this, you'll lose all the space in between, so it doesn't matter if you go out of the lines.
Nice.
But yeah, with the Dinky Inkies, they are water-based, so you can do a lot of different techniques, like putting all your water in your brush, spritzing, splatters.
Faux bleach, some water.
Everything, really. And obviously you can then mix them with watercolour pencils and things like that, so you get even more. And the sparkle, if you tease out the colour of it, you know, if you just keep adding water and water, you get sort of a shine that's just clear. So then you can put that on top of your other mediums and make them sparkle.
That's nice.
So yeah, it's a really nice product to have in your stash.
Great saving. I know we've got it at the bottom of your screens, but what you're not seeing is the £30 saving that you're getting. Actually, we're going to put it on the main details. So those are your Dinky Inkies. You get the ink pads and you also get the re-inkers as well, and this is what Hayley is using. Look at that £30 saving. So it's nearly a 50% saving. Just going to show you what you were getting. I mean, the amount of colours that we are getting there is ridiculous. So all of those colours and the ink pads as well. Just for the ink pads alone, how much would you pay? So 826028, your item number.
The thing is as well, with them being small, one, for storing, that's great, but two, you get a lot more colours for your money, because if, like you say, if you imagine those were big ink pads, you wouldn't get that many colours for that price point.
No way,
So at least, like, if you are starting out, it's a great way again to start out.
Adds variety, and I like this is how I tend to craft a lot at home, using the watercolour brush.
Yeah.
I like watercolours. I think it gives you a lot more scope.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, when Lou's been playing with them as well, we've learned so much from Lou, just having a different take on our products. You know, every single time we watch and go, she wants me to make, she makes me want to get these products back out again, you know, like they're older products, and have another play, because she's inspired us that much.
Well, it's like a fresh pair of eyes.
Yeah, so, and I imagine that's what everybody at home gets from all the different shows each day. Right, so I've added a bit of green on there then. So if we just skip forward, this is one that I stamped and coloured earlier, and I've just added the pearls to the centres of the flowers there.
So we've die cut, we've coloured, then we've die cut, and then we've just added some pearls to the centre. Yeah,
so just your outside die, just along the edge of your stamped image there, would cut that out for you there. Nice. And then we're just going to construct the card. So in the die set, you do get all the instructions on the reverse. So it just makes the card pretty much for you. All you've got to do is cut the pieces.
Perfect.
So I'm just gluing this onto here. So in the set you get this part at the top as one of the dies, and then this panel at the quarter of the bottom is a die as well. So you cut that twice. Yeah. And then you overlap that.
Well, that's awesome. We're just going to bring in the trifold in here, trifold creator. 17 dies in total. $42.99, and the fact that everything is done for you makes life so much easier.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
That's it.
No measuring, no having to score, or it's all done for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get fold flat cards that look really fancy. And again, angel policy, if you want to make and sell, that's fine with us.
And if you did, I mean, you would pay, you'd get an absolute premium for these. These are your special cards.
Yeah, and with the dies as well, you do get all your layers. So like these triangles, you can just die cut those and they layer perfectly straight away.
Nice.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, if you're being conservative and you charged £5 for one of these cards,
you'd easily get £5.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Well, if you go onto the high street and just go into a card shop,
oh gosh,
think how much you'd pay for a £5. What you would actually get?
Definitely.
Yeah,
anything handmade, I always think it's worth. Because somebody's like actually taken the time. I mean, I know everything's made by a person. I don't mean that.
No,
but you know,
I mean,
like especially
handmade.
small companies.
It's not like a big business just churned off a conveyor belt.
Yeah, which we're not either.
No. Yeah.
Right. So I'm just going to add the panel to the bottom here. So this one's going to be my bottom piece.
Lovely.
So I've just mixed in a bit of grey card, just to add a little bit of extra colour on there.
Okay.
And then just one of the papers. So these are from the Candy Blooms.
Brilliant.
That are in the pick and mix. So
do look out, if you're looking for magnets, Crafty Devils had a set of, I think it was like 24 magnetic sheets for a great price. It was either a 7-day saver or happy hour, so do look out for that in the future if you're looking to get some magnetic sheets. Do you guys sell magnetic sheets?
No.
All right, good. I was saying, that would have been really rude. Imagine if Dreamees sold them as well. I'm talking about Crafty Devils.
I've got them here.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I had to put your foot in it. No, I'll say, like, look out, because there's certain things I tend to wait for, especially like magnetic sheets. Wait until they're a happy hour.
Card this week.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the price of that?
50 sheets.
I know. For like
Have
£10.
you even seen that one?
No, I've not seen that.
£10.90
It's
for
worth
50
it.
sheets of watercolour.
Wow.
It's good stuff. It's 300 GSM as well.
Yeah.
That's a 7-day saver.
So if you've missed it, get it.
Good. Hey, Hayley, you're going to be doing my job.
Something like that, though, your essentials, it's just worth grabbing, isn't it? Even if you've not run out yet.
That's what I do. Stock up.
Yeah. Right, so I'm just layering some of these pieces on them. And then we'll add our hydrangea onto the front there. So
hydrangea's a very pretty flower.
Yeah,
well, they
definitely.
all are. I think you've picked some nice flowers.
All the little elements of a hydrangea, I think it's just so nice to colour. So I'm just popping a little bit of sisal just in the back of there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just going to add that little bit of texture just
nice.
behind there, just so we can't see straight through, and it's just adding a bit of something behind.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll pop a little bit of hot glue just on here for speed.
We have got the Natural Adornments collection, $12.99. That's at the bottom of your screen. So if you want to kind of use the elements that both Carol and Hayley have been enjoying, then have a look at the Natural Adornments.
Right, so we've popped the hydrangea on there. I've just got a butterfly that I'll pop on before we carry on. And then we're going to add some embellishments, which are the fancy florets. So I'm just popping the butterfly there. And then on these corners at the top here, we're going to add in some of these flowers.
Beautiful.
So they're on the show. I have stamped and die cut them already.
Okay.
We have seen them a few times. And I'm just rolling my ball tool on the back.
Gone straight for the big one.
Yeah.
No, you're not messing around.
No. And then I tend to use my smaller one for in the centre. So we've got 3 of these.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to add these into the middle and offset the petals.
Nice.
And then I'm going to add some pollen head stamens in the middle, which I don't think they're on the show, but I think they are an end of call offer. So
yes.
Probably get them from there.
Just going to talk about the ball tools because we are approaching 60% of the stock.
Wow.
They do come in a stand that I've just dropped a little bit of, but you can see they come in the stand as well. So you're getting all 4 of those, but they're double tipped. So you're getting 8 tools effectively, or 8 tips to work with. Fantastic range of ball tools in there. So for your flowers, for $9.99, that is a very good price. A lot of you are popping that into your baskets.
With the metal in the tools as well, I'll be honest, like these ball tools, they are manufactured widely and there's absolutely nothing I could do better about them. So to me, there's no point me getting in pink with the Dreamees name on it. You know, at the end of the day, they do what they do and they are really good at it.
Well, I love how you said that, and it shows that you are a crafter and there is no point just changing the handle and putting a bit of glitter in and then charging twice as much. Just give a good price.
I know what I think when I sit and watch at home.
Yeah,
so, you know, like when you think about it, there's no point me putting a high price point on something that you could get technically the same thing that does the same job. And to me, it's all metal through. I can't snap this.
No.
And I've snapped so many pressing in the centres of my flowers like this. Pressed in, it's 2 separate bits of metal, snap the plastic in the middle.
So you're
and it's just
like a true crafter.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to buy tools that I'm going to have to keep buying.
We've got a minute. Hayley.
Anyway, right, yes. Right, so I'm going to pop these flowers onto the top corners here.
Okay. You've done well with your speed crafting, sorry. I know we've rushed you a bit on this one.
That's all right. Right, so we can pop that into there. Then I've just got some smaller ones. So in that die collection as well, and stamps, you do get 5 different sizes. So obviously you can create what dimension you want to. Right, so we'll pop the last flower if I've not lost it. Looks like I've lost it, it's fine.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to pop some moss in as well.
Yeah, nice.
So this is again from the Natural Adornments.
Yeah, we've got about 30 seconds.
I'll just pop a bit in so you'd see how it'd fill out, and then I'll show you this one.
There you go.
There. We'd never get to the end, would we?
Beautiful.
In a minute.
Well, that's lovely. And then just put you put the little name on there.
Yeah, so I've just
stopper.
used the alphabet dots just at the bottom there.
I love those alphabet dots. Can I just say a huge thank you, Carol, Hayley, you're both stars.
Thank you.
And you're lovely as well. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with, so thank you so much.
you.
Carol and Hayley will be back, so back tomorrow at 8:12 and also final call at 4 o'clock, so I really hope you can join them. I know they've got lots more demonstrations. If you're on Facebook, have a look for the Dreamy Catchers and also have a look for Dreamees on Instagram as well. Thank you both so much. Had a lot of fun. Thank you.